Today on Tech Time, I'm going to be showing you how to disassemble a Tippmann A5 and how to clean and maintain it, as well as a few little tricks to put it back together a bit more efficiently. This video will be a viewer appreciation episode because this Tippmann A5 was actually purchased using ad revenue generated by this channel. I will be using this A5 to bring you guys more video content, and the barrels and barrel parts were donated by Rap4, BT, and Flask Paintball. Links to their websites in the description and at the end of this video. For reference, I will be referring to all of the parts as they are named on the official Tippmann A5 manual. There are some differences between the new and the old style Tippmann A5s, so I will point out the differences as I go. The tools we are going to need today are going to be the 1/8 Allen key to remove the screws, as well as the 3/16 Allen key to remove the cyclone. Also, any other tools you may need to remove the accessories on your marker, such as a red dot. Also, I will recommend bringing some paper towel and Q-tips for the cleaning process. Also have your lubricant of choice handy. It is important to lube the internal O-rings so they don't dry out. And since we are going to be taking it apart anyway, we may as well do that. As always, do not attempt to perform any maintenance if the marker has an air source attached to it. Okay, we are going to start by removing the barrel and any other accessories like a red dot or forward grip that you have attached to the marker. Next, we are going to remove the end cap or stock, if you have one equipped, that is. To do this, we need to remove the 2 push pins at the back of the marker. Be careful when doing this, as there is a spring and guide pin behind the back cap, and newer A5s, I think it's 2009 and onward, have this black plastic insert into the rear bolt, or as most people call it, the hammer. You just saw it fall out there. Be sure to put all these parts aside safely. Next, we are going to remove the last pull pin holding the trigger frame on and take out the tombstone, which is the black piece that connects your airline to the gun, and it's shaped kind of like a tombstone. Newer A5 will have a latch that you will need to release to take it out. We are going to quickly remove the cyclone feed system with the 3/16 Allen key. Just take out the 1 screw, and it should just slide off, and just pull it right off that hose. Pull the nipple right off the hose. Good. Now, the clamshell receivers are ready to be taken apart. There's still 6 screws left holding it together. Carefully remove the remaining screws, and we can now lift the receiver off of the right receiver. Gently now, because there are 2 springs inside, and they can be easily lost. Okay, now that it is open, we will start securing the parts that will easily be lost so we don't lose them. First is the tombstone latch for the newer A5 models. Next is the number 15 nut and ball latch or ball detent, which is an orange plastic piece. If you aren't using a forward grip, you can take the number 15 nut out altogether. And next, the cocking handle, which has a spring loosely sitting on the back. Be sure not to lose this. Then the front bolt, which can slide right off the power tube, and then the power tube. Now, all that can be set aside with the rear bolt, or hammer as most people call it. Now we have 2 empty receiver sides, and just clean away any dirt or paint that you see here. After that, put a light swab of grease anywhere parts will be moving, like the rear and front bolt. Do not forget to grease the O-ring you see here. Moving right along, in case anyone needs to access their valve, we are going to take apart the power tube, which is the black plastic housing you see here. First, remove the velocity screw and get a pencil. Put the pencil in eraser end first into the front of the power tube. When the velocity screw is out, firmly apply pressure, and the valve assembly should come out of the back of the power tube. When you put the valve assembly back in, be sure to make sure the ridges where the tombstone mates into the power tube line up, and then push it up all the way, making sure it lines up so the tombstone can enter unobstructed. Next, we are going to make sure the rear bolt is clean and give its O-ring some lubricant, and do the same for the front bolt. Now is the unfun part. We have to put it back together. Start with the right receiver and assemble the internals back inside in the order you took them out. Watch for the spring in the tombstone latch and the spring on the cocking handle. Both of these are a pain in the neck to get in and stay in while you put the left receiver back on. I find holding the cocking handle spring down with an Allen key as you carefully line up the receiver into place and put the left receiver on top really helps a lot. Once you have lowered the left receiver into place and have it seated properly, you can now start replacing the screws, and the rest should be straightforward from there. If it lines up properly, there will be no gap in between the two receivers, and it will just have fit together perfectly. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching. The next video I upload will be on taking apart the Cyclone feed system, which will apply pretty much to all Cyclone feed systems on the Tippmann guns, the X7 and the Phenom. And again, this gun was purchased using the ad revenue from your views, so please keep coming and giving feedback on this content, guys. It really helps, and I will continue to make these. So just everyone stay safe and take care and have fun out on the field.